last 9 minutes. They have beer and liquor next door. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rich Leone. I am the bad word, the incumbent. So I've had the privilege and honor of serving the citizens of Cape Coral for the past 4 years. And that means at one point you either really, really hated me or you really, really loved me, depending on the vote and which side you feel. So just a little, grew up in Cape Coral. I kind of got involved in 2010 is when I was sitting I was hurt, I had hurt my back, and I'm sitting there in the chair, I'm waiting to get surgery, and I'm flipping through the channels. I was like, go to Week News, and I'm watching what's happening in the city. And I kind of started, that's when that clicked in my head. What clicked in my head was, I'm a millennial, and I'm watching people who really have no grasp of what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, what my generation is feeling and thinking. And here they are making decisions that, affect them and in the short term, but affect me in the long term, affect us in the long term. So I started getting involved. My first council meeting was 2 days before Christmas, 2010. Doc, you remember that meeting? And my predecessor, one of the best votes or best decisions he ever made was a motion to adjourn the meeting right away, and it didn't go through. But at that moment, I felt this isn't what government is. It's not what it's supposed to be about, and I need to somehow change it. And history wrote it ever since. I started learning. I started getting involved, and it just, it really inspired me to run for office. And in 2013, I had the knowledge and power to win, and hopefully I've been doing ever since. One of the things, the day after I got elected, after the night celebrations, and I looked in the mirror, I'm like, oh, now I'm in trouble. I really did this. But I wrote on my mirror. I like writing on mirrors. One of the things I wrote was, you only have 4 years. So what that meant was, for me, is I need to try to do as much as I can to get the job done and to present the facts. And I've really tried to do that. I've gone anywhere from trying to create a beach, trying to extend bar hours, trying to create different boards, trying to bring different things into the community. And I've been so active. It's great because we've been able to, in the past 4 years, I've been able to definitely, after the tornadoes, remember that? I was able to help organize an event that helped clean up that area that got hit. I've been able to, one of my passions is the Muscular Dystrophy Association. In a couple weeks, I'm actually going to go up there and volunteer for a week as a counselor. It's just, me and my kid Tommy, I call him my kid. I'm like, oh, he's like my son, but he's, like a little brother. So he's excited. I had lunch with him, and he's just amazing individual. It goes far-reaching because that's, to me, leadership is brought up, and we're right, it's one of 8, we need as a body, we are a leader. But what leadership means to me, especially as a council member, is that we are a leader in the community. We're going out, we're reaching out to those people. And what's great about, growing up, my mom growing up in Cape Coral, I'm growing up in Cape Coral, we have all these connections. We've been able to work with the Red Cross, with, just so many different things, after hurricanes, after tornadoes, after, working with Mike, the food, working with the Veterans Museum, just working with everybody, trying to just move forward. And it's just been, the Chamber of Commerce, the CCCIA, it's been just an amazing platform, amazing 4 years. I'm so excited that I've been able to do it, and hopefully we'll do it for another 4. If not, Nelson or the Jones will be able to do it. And if they need help, I'll be able to help them out, because it's really about the community. It's about us, as a group. Before I answer any questions, shout out to your guys' club. One of the few clubs, I don't know if anybody noticed, Declaration of Independence is hanging up on the wall. So that's amazing. A lot, we lose sight of that at most, especially at government and government leaders. Especially government leaders, we lose sight of what we're really there for. So thank you for posting that and having that up there. So questions, comments, concerns?
Well, first, Mr. Leone, I would like to thank you so much for helping me with an issue, and I didn't know where to go, and I picked up the phone and I called you, only because I see what you have done in the community, both for Jill, and who's a friend of mine. When the city commandeered the property that I had listed, we put machinery all over it, and dirt and all that, and I want to thank you for getting that taken care of.
Absolutely, and your story is one of many people come and like they don't know what to do, and it's just like contact your council member. Hopefully I've been able to get out there, put my Facebook out there, put my email out there, try to just get as much out to the community so people, if there's an issue, you can come to your elected representative. I've had that with you, I've had that with Jill's Joint, had that with many residents, especially in my district. I've been able to go out to their houses, help them fix issues that the city created. I've been able to go out to places like Nevermind and be able to help them out. He had posted a story on his Facebook how he was terrible with the city 3 years ago, and I didn't call him, I didn't email him. 30 minutes later, I was knocking on his door, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? How can I help? So there's issues like that, it's just being part of that community, grasping and doing that. So that's what you guys put me there for. Being a leader. Yes, sir.
Did I hear you right? You said at the beginning you grew up in Cape Coral.
Yes, I grew up in Cape Coral. My mom, she grew up in Southwest Florida. She was born from Illinois. She grew up here. They moved down here. My grandpa worked with LCEC, and then they ended up living in Cape Coral. I think she was about 9 or 10. So she went to Cypress Lake, and then when Cape Coral High School was built, she transferred over her senior year. Very upset, like most seniors that year, to leave Cypress Lake. But it's great because I'm actually one of the first to be a second-generation Seahawk, and that's part of that community feel, and it's really excellent to have. Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
I know in the past you have voiced opposition to the Save Our Recreation Group, and you said that you would vote yes on GR Horton's request to build, change the zoning.
Right.
After today's Planning and Zoning Commission, have you changed your view on that matter at all? Or?
No, I think what you have is an opportunity is, it's been there vacant, as a private sector is wanting to do something that the public doesn't want to do. And at some point you gotta say, that's not public land. We've tried to make it public land. We've tried to purchase that land. We've tried everything we could, and I'm not prepared to spend $13 million of taxpayers' money to sit there and say, we need this land for this amount of people. What I am prepared to do, and what I am working on, and what we have been doing, is working with DR Horton in preserving 50% of that property and creating different parks land in that area so we can accommodate everybody, as you heard from Doc. You got one side, how do we meet in the middle, all right? That's how progress is done. That's what we do, we move forward. Because what it's done now, what it's done for the past 10 years, hasn't worked.
Are you in favor of putting a moratorium on medical marijuana?
Absolutely not. Let's make it free and smoke it whenever we want. So I'm definitely, the war on drugs has been a terrible thing in the federal government. I've been very vocal about that, especially coming forward in the state, and I've been a big pusher of trying to make that legalized. And what kills me is, you got the federal level is imposing, on the states, and the states are like, oh, we got to create all these laws because it's still federally legal. It shouldn't be a federal issue; it's a state issue. So, we had a president-elect who said that, and then kind of changed and reversed his position when he got elected in office. Hopefully, he grows from that experience of knowledge and realizes that it is a state issue and it should be up to the states. But yeah, legalize it. Anybody else? Questions, comments, concerns? Yes, sir. Huh? Oh, okay.
One comment, and it's not directed at you, but you said comments, and it covers everything.
So you're wasting my 30 seconds?
His thought too, okay? The marijuana moratorium that everybody's talking about, the reason the moratoriums are being thought of by the cities, Tallahassee is not done putting this thing together. But the cities that are looking at moratoriums are just looking for a delay until Tallahassee's ready to move. So it's not the Cape, it's not Fort Myers, it's not Rich Leone, it's not me, it's Raina.
Always Raina's fault.
It's always Raina's fault.
Whenever there's an issue, it's Raina's fault. I just want to thank everybody. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Absolutely.